Welcome back to Game Dev Club. This is the first Blender challenge for a little while. We're aiming to practice our animation skills so that you can pretty much model anything and then animate it with some simple animations. So today we're going to make a 3D clock face animation. We want to have a cylinder, another cylinder that is kind of the axles, and then two rotating clock face hands. So if we remind ourselves, because it's been a couple of months since using Blender, push the mouse wheel in like a button to look around. Scroll the mouse wheel to zoom, and then we can press S and let go and move your mouse to scale. I don't know why it looks so glitchy on my screen. Sorry about that. I want to scale it just in the red direction, which is X. So I'll press X and let go, and I'll scale it up to about like that. So that's going to be my big hand, and then SZ and squash it in so it's a flat arrow. Then we need to go into edit mode by pressing tab. Remember, tab's the button to the left of Q on the keyboard. If we select this face here and pull it out, well, I can't at the moment because I'm only selecting vertices, but if we go on face mode or press 3 on the keyboard, we should be able... Oops, sorry, clicked on the wrong thing. It's that one. That's better. Okay, let's E to extrude and pull that out. E to extrude and pull that out. E to extrude and pull that out. If we were doing it properly, we'd make it symmetrical. It doesn't look like it's perfect, but it will do. Then I'm going to select all of these. So that's shift and click to get all of them and extrude that with E. And I'm going to shrink all of these together. So the end result would be to shrink them smaller, but only in the green direction, that's Y, and until they're merged. So the quick way to do that, press S, Y to only scale it in the Y-axis, and then 0 so they're all converged in one point, and then press enter. So that's essentially it. That is one of the hands, but I want another one which is smaller. Problem we have though, if we go back into object mode and press R to rotate, it rotates around the center of the origin, that thing that looks like a life raft in here. So let's go back into edit mode by pressing tab, A to select all, and GX. If we make that life raft exactly where we want it to be, now when we rotate it around that point, it's going to rotate properly. Nice. So R and Z, it should rotate around. Don't know why my mouse is glitching quite so much. Pretty good. For the other hand, I'm going to have exactly the same thing. Shift D to duplicate, and then press Z so that when I click to confirm where it goes, it's just going to be on top. S to scale down, and because the origin's in the right place already, the little hand is going to be just sat on top of it. So the rest is fairly easy. We can Shift A and add a cylinder, I reckon. Scale it up until it's big enough. SZ to squash it down. Maybe GZ to move it down. Maybe we need to make it a bit bigger. Like that, that'll do. We need to remember how to change the colors. So we go to material mode, change the base color. I'm going to have red hands. Remember, you can't see those colors unless you're in material mode up here. Now the important bit, we want to animate it. So rather than stop motion animation where we draw each frame separately, we would like keyframe animation where you do the start frame and then the end frame. So we have the timeline along the bottom here. Shift and right and shift and left when your mouse is above the timeline will move to the beginning or the end. I'm just going to go for 60 frames. So I'm going to say end frame is frame 60. One frame for each second maybe. And if I select one of the hands and press I to insert a keyframe, we see a blob on the timeline here. Shift and right to go to the last frame. And then RZ. So if I rotate it a little bit and then press I inserts a keyframe, it will now animate between the start and the end. But I want it to go all the way around the clock face. For that, I'll Control Z until it goes back to how it was. This time, instead of doing it manually, I'll do RZ and then type in 360, enter to go round by 360 degrees. Remember to put the keyframe in by pressing I. And now it goes, but it goes backwards. That's annoying, isn't it? We could be going back in time. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to press N to bring up the properties. And then this time on the rotation, it doesn't show any rotation there. I'll put in minus 360 degrees. Oh, no, that's because I was on frame 0. Let's go to the end frame. That's better. I can see 360 minus 360. That's better. Insert the keyframe. This time it should go forwards. For the hour hand, I need to remember where it is at the beginning. Press I. And at the end, it will only have gone 1/12 of 360. So let's see. 360 divided by 12 is just 30 degrees. So we can do RZ 30. Enter. No, I don't want to go back in time. RZ minus 30. That's better. I to insert the keyframe. And now we've got ourselves a little animation. So your job, you can try and make it go all the way around. You can try and add another cylinder in here for the axle. You can try and add some 3D text for 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way around to 12. It's completely up to you, but see if you can experiment with some animation in 3D space.